interconnected ocean. A vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the ocean's beauty than the killer whale.
They live in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the Pacific and beyond.
The killer whale story is the ocean story, and it's one we all share.
We are one world, united by our ocean.
That was some of the members of our killer whale family, showing off their size, speed, power, and problem-solving abilities. These behaviors keep them active and engaged. SeaWorld killer whales have inspired generations to care for our natural world, and we're excited to share their story with you today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high flying and powerful.
We're gonna see all that today and more. These and other behaviors provide an environment full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Throughout today's experience, you may see the whales swimming together in unison. These synchronized movements help to strengthen social bonds and allow them to problem solve as a group. This is just one of the many reasons they are known as the ocean top predator. Their scientific name is Orca. Their common name is killer whale, but all 5 of our whales have unique personal names: Cayucet, Tuar, Kamea, and joining us out front are Takara and Sakari. Takara is our oldest whale at 31 years old, while Kamea is our youngest whale at just 9 years old. Now Takara is also the matriarch of our whale pod, which means she's the leader. These whales trust us and all take an active role in their own healthcare and well-being. Through the use of positive reinforcement training techniques, we teach husbandry or healthcare behaviors. And joining us at the slide rest are trainers Julie and Carrie to help demonstrate some of those behaviors. Now you'll notice they both have their whales in what we call a fluke present. This is one of the very first behaviors that we train on the whales, as not only does it allow the trainer to see the entire white underside of the whale's belly, but it also gives them easy access to these shallow veins that run right through the underside of the whale's tail. Our veterinarians will collect a blood sample from these veins at least once a month during the whale's monthly physical. Now you'll also notice that presentation, the trainers giving the whales back massages, pectoral flipper rubs, and tail massages. They have very sensitive skin, and this is a great way to build a relationship with our killer whales. Now collecting blood is just one important way to diagnostic and help with these whales. Another important tool that we use is how much each whale weighs. Now in order to get an accurate weight, we'll ask the whales to slide their bodies all the way out of the pool onto a whale-sized scale in one of our back adjacent pools. Now as you can see, a good portion of her body is still in the water, from her dorsal fin all the way down to her tail lobes. This area is called the peduncle, and it's packed with several powerful muscles that can weigh several hundred pounds. So in order to get an accurate weight, we'll simply ask her to lift up her head and her tail. And that's how we know that as of Tuesday morning, Sakari is weighing in at just about 4,000 pounds. We weigh every single whale every week to make sure those young whales like Kamea and Sakari are growing properly, and the older whales are maintaining a healthy body weight. These and other husbandry behaviors help us to ensure that the whales are healthy and thriving.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt. And for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales and for us.
Now, as you can see, Carrie has moved down to the class with our new friend, Millie. Now, Millie's going to help us teach you how killer whales learn. Killer whales learn through observational learning and mimicry, which basically means they learn by watching other members of their pod or their mother. And here at SeaWorld, they even learn by watching us and mimicking our movements, kind of like playing Follow the Leader. So we're going to ask Millie to play Follow the Leader with Sakari. So first we're going to ask her to lift her left hand up in the air and give her a great big wave. Oh, look at that. Sakari is paying very close attention to you. You can see her eyes up close. Killer whales have excellent eyesight both above and below the water, and they're very curious animals. We see our killer whales spy hopping or even leaping all the way out of the water to get a better view of their surroundings. Now, Sakari can demonstrate that today with a behavior called a siding bow. So ask Millie to point directly at Sakari and throw her finger up over her shoulder. Nicely done. Looks like Sakari saw that, so now she's taking off towards the bottom of this 40-foot deep pool. Focus your attention on the center. Here comes Sakari. That was beautiful. Now, as you can see, Julie has also made a friend down at the glass named Jamie, and Jamie's going to help us teach everyone how killer whales communicate. Now, killer whales can communicate in a variety of different ways, and the use of vocalization is one of them. So we'll have Jamie do a hand signal to ask Sakara. Very nice. What a very beautiful vocalization from Sakara. Now, sound travels about 4.5 times faster through the water than it does through the air. So another way killer whales communicate is by tapping various body parts on the surface of the water, or even leaping all the way out and crashing their whole body down in what's called a breach. Looks like Jamie gave Sakara that signal, and off she's going. She's going to go to the bottom of the pool. Watch how her tail propels her through the motions, and her pectoral flippers help her to steer. As she comes all the way up, listen for that sound of the breach. Very wet. Well, thank you for being such a good sport, and of course we do have a nice dry SeaWorld towel for you. Thank you so much, Jamie and Millie, for a wonderful volunteer. As you can see, killer whales can communicate by leaping out of the water and coming down with a huge splash. SeaWorld's research and observation of the killer whales in our care has shed light on many mysteries surrounding these amazing animals. For example, we know the gestational period of a pregnant killer whale is 17 months. That's information that's impossible to obtain out in the ocean. However, some information can only be gained through field observation. That's why SeaWorld works with our partners, such as the Norwegian Orca survey, to help further our knowledge. Killer whales are remarkable, powerful animals, and perhaps the greatest expression of that power comes when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal could be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from ice floes. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with swipes of their tail fins.
In the ocean, killer whales create waves to hunt. They use fluke slams to stun their prey and can even beach themselves all the way up and out of the water. For our whales, it's a fun demonstration. But for you, it's time to get wet. incredible athletes. They can eat several hundred pounds of food a day. Depending on where they live and the time of year, their type of prey can vary. Unfortunately, things like overfishing and pollution pose a serious threat to many populations of killer whales.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right?
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Their future depends on you.
Through your actions.
Through the choices we all make.
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassadors of the ocean, limitless, connected, powerful, but still vulnerable.
The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable.
Don't give up. Be inspired.
We can make a difference. The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming. But together, we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect.
So much to explore.
The killer whale story is still being written, and there are simple things we all can do to make a difference.
All it takes is one choice.
One awesome act. One ripple that can grow and grow.
And change the world.
Together, we've got this.
All the mountain world. So much mystery. We are all inside. Those one big world, and we share the love. That flow through each of us. As our hearts unite, and we come alive. We can feast on life, and see our marvelous. This is one big world.
gentlemen, we hope by joining us today, these animals have inspired you and deepened your appreciation for killer whales just as they have for all of us. We will continue to learn from these amazing animals and hope that you will too. Thank you for being here and have a great rest of your day.